It is time for Bird of the Day. Woo! Okay. So this bird of the day was inspired by me looking through the cool birds thread and saw a funny little video of a bird. And I'm like, yep, that's my next bird. I'm gonna pick this bird. So this bird of the day, it's the fun that. Hey, it's Greca! Welcome, Greca. Welcome to your first bird of the day on the channel. Love to have you here. Good to see ya. Anyway, I saw this bird, saw a little video. I'm like, that's my next bird of the day. Swinging me. So what is this bird of the day? Well, this bird of the day is the Western Sandpiper. Look at him. Look at that little cutie. Oh, look at that little cutie. He's a little sandpiper. He got his little legs. He's so round. Got his short, stubby little tail. And look at that beak. That's a top quality beak right there. That's a great beak. Yeah, it's a great beak. So good. So good. So let me tell you about the Western Sandpiper. Well, the Western Sandpiper, if you look down at there, the Terratiforms is the order, which is a lot of, waterfowl type birds and stuff. But the family, the Scolopacidae, that is the whole family of sandpipers. Sandpipers have a whole family to themselves. A whole bunch of them. But this in particular is the Western Sandpiper. And so they're actually, these pictures may make them look a little bit bigger than you think, but they're actually kind of small. 5.5 to 6.7 inches long. It's kind of a small bird. Kind of a small bird. Now, they don't have super long tails, so their bodies are going to be like bigger than like that of a robin. But, it's still pretty small. Smaller than a crow, that's for sure. Although their wingspan is pretty decent, up to, 13.8 to 14.6 inches. Pretty good wingspan. Helps them fly good long distances, because they do fly a lot of long distances. And, pretty light bird, averaging about 1 ounce. A little 1 ounce bird. She makes some pretty good flyers. Pretty good flyers. They're actually a pretty long-lived bird. 9 years is, I think it was 9 years, 8 months. It was the longest banded one that they ever had. And but on average, 7 years, and that's a pretty good average lifespan for a bird of this size. Not too bad, not too shabby. And you see by that little map there, they call it the Western songbird because they're kind of in the Western Hemisphere over in North America. And I don't know why this map cut it off, but I saw like there's some other maps that weren't really good for cutting and pasting in here. But they do go all the way down to South America, so I don't know why this map cut it off. But yeah, you'll see that blue region will be all the way in South America. So as you can see, they're coastal birds, and they only hang out in the central areas when they're migrating. And so they do their breeding up in Alaska. Alaskan breeders. So they always go up there in Alaska in the summertime. So right now, the sandpipers are making their way up to Alaska. Most of them are probably already there. And but other than that, in the winter times, they go down to hang out on the coast of the United States, down Mexico, and even all the way down to South America. So yeah, it's pretty neat. They good range, good range. Remember learning about sandpipers from Charlie Brown's Snoopy movie, and my dad explained it. The funny birds on the beach running and to and from the waves are sandpipers. That's right. And in fact, I'm glad you mentioned that because guess what I have a video of? This is what they're famous for. Low frame rate videos that I don't know why it's playing so poorly. Why is this playing so badly? This video ran perfectly smooth when I tested it earlier. I hate this. All right, now it's doing a little bit better. But yeah, that's what they do. They run along the beach. Run along the beach. All right. Okay, that's not working good. I seriously tested it earlier, but I didn't have all the other programs running, so I don't know. It's weird. My computer should handle that. It's just a simple MP4 flyer. But yeah, sandpipers. Now, you may look at this sandpiper like, is that the same sandpiper? No, it's Sonic's taking up all the blast processing. It's exactly what it is. So this is their summer coloration. And so this is more what they're going to look like when you see them up in Alaska. They have more brown feathers and more brown spotty stuff in the summertime, and they're more white in the wintertime, in different colors. Change color throughout the year. But they're called the sandpipers because they got those long little flute-like beaks, and they make a noise that sounds like this. Ew, piper's piping. Wait a minute. I just realized something. Could could there be more birds in the 12 days of Christmas than we thought? Could the pipers piping be referring to these guys? I think it's possible. I think it's possible. A piper's piping may be referring to more birds. Was it 8 pipers piping? I think we might be adding more. I think there might be more birds in. There might be more birds in 12 Days of Christmas than we thought. We got the pipers piping right here, folks. We're calling right now. We're saying the pipers piping. They're birds. It's more birds. It's still 12 Days of Christmas needs more birds. Absolutely. That's what it is. It's always going to be now pipers piping, referring to the sandpiper. That's absolutely how it is. Now this one is pretty hard to tell between males and females, but on average, the females are bigger and their beaks longer. That's the best way to tell, other than, violating their privacy. Now, these pretty social birds. When it's time to do the migration and hanging out, these fellas hang out in big flocks. And they say up in Alaska, there's a river called the Copper River, and it's got a delta, goes out into the ocean. So, okay, sitting up straight, Dave. Sitting up straight, thank you. And they say that it's quite possible that every spring, the entire population in the entire world of these sandpipers will pass through this river delta. And it's a pretty big delta, but even then, that's 3.5 million birds. It's 3.5 million birds. That's, the sandpipers fly delta. God damn it, Hasio. God damn it. Good joke. But anyway, so all the way up there, it's like they kind of have the area they go through, and that's where all of them end up gathering. It's pretty interesting. So yeah, we shot a video of them running up and down the beach because as that happens, like small little mollusks and tiny little crustaceans and insects and stuff, they come up with the tide. So you're always gonna find them hanging out on tidal beaches where the water comes in and out like that, and they'll run in and out, and you're gonna grab little bits of food. That's just how I like to eat. You just run up, find a snack, grab a snack, run back when the wave comes in, then run out as it recedes and grab a little tasty snacks there. It's pretty good. And yeah, they're pretty good runners. They're very good runners. But they're really good flyers too, so they're like a double threat. Now, despite hanging out near water, they do swim, but they're not like the best swimmers. If you look at their feet, they don't have the webbed toes. So they can land in the water, but they're not really very good swimmers. They don't have duck stuff that they don't have the good duck stuff that like ducks have. But they're comfortable around water. They like it, but they're great runners and they're great flyers. Now, your breeding is a little interesting, a little different. So the males will like hang around and they'll be like, I'm gonna build some nests. Okay, it's a good nest. I'm gonna build another nest. Okay, it's a good nest. I'm gonna build another nest. And they're like, okay, I got a bunch of nests. And then the ladies are like, that's a good nest. That's also good. Okay, I like one of your nests. Okay, I'll come here and we can mate, and I'll pick this nest. So like the males are just like, I'm gonna build all the nests I can. The females kind of pick out the house. But then here's the thing. A female may go to like several males and be like, yeah, I like your nest, let's mate. And then go to another male and be like, yeah, let's mate. And then go to another one and let's mate. So it's like, but then the males help out on whatever nest they built. But here's the thing that they've found out when they've done all this stuff. A male will build a nest, and if a female chooses to lay her eggs in that nest, the male will actively act as the father to those eggs, which is 4 to 6 eggs per clutch. And they all have like 1 or 2 per year. But then here's the thing. A lady may be laying eggs in his nest, but that doesn't necessarily mean that those are his babies. The ladies sleep around a lot. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. That's how they prefer to do it. They got to give themselves a chance to have the most healthy offspring. It's perfectly okay to do this. But But then once she chooses a nest, the male will stick around and he'll incubate the eggs, whether they're his or not, really. And once the eggs hatch, both parents will go grab food, feed the babies, take care of them. So yeah, males are real good fathers. And then when the babies are still pretty young, sometimes the mom's like, "Oh, okay, so yeah, these babies here, they might not be yours, but also I'm leaving and you have to raise them on your own. Bye." So it's actually extremely common that male sandpipers will end up raising babies that aren't even their own, all on his own without the mother's help. I mean, I was talking about like hummingbirds being bad fathers. I think the sandpiper might win for bad mothers. But you know what? Yay! Sometimes the ladies need to have a little bit to themselves too. Now it doesn't always happen, but it's pretty common apparently. Pretty common. But yeah, luckily the little sandpiper babies, they fledge after about a month, so they're okay and they're independent with before too long. So the males don't get stuck with them for like years. But still, it's like it doesn't seem like good behavior. What I'm saying is, all birds should be like crows. Make it a community thing.
Drink
Make
some
it a
water.
community thing. Help everybody helps raise all the babies. It takes a murder to raise a chick. That's what I should put on a t-shirt. Have a picture of a baby crow and say, "It takes a murder." That'd be a good t-shirt, wouldn't it? I like it. I should make that. I should draw that up. I want to draw a baby crow. Babies everywhere. Okay. So yeah, my thoughts on the sandpiper. I like them. I think they're pretty cute. I think it's interesting. I love watching them run along the beach. I think that's pretty neat. Love a good running bird. Got a nice song. They're waterfowl, but they don't. Well, they're not waterfowl. They're just water birds. They hang out near the water, but they're not waterfowl. So they're pretty good. Yeah, make that yeah. I need to draw that. That needs to be a good drawing. I'm gonna make that drawing. But yeah, Sandpiper, good bird, really good bird. I like them. I like them a lot, and I hope you like them too. I think for a bird that's associated with the water, you get pretty high marks. They're really more beach birds. The beach birds, beach bums. I like them. They hang out on the beach. Take Alaskan vacations every summer. I mean, it's pretty smart. I like it. Good migration. Yeah, good bird. Real good bird. I like the Western Sandpiper. And yeah, check out all the other kinds of sandpipers too, because there's a lot of species of sandpiper. Oh man, they're all over the place. In fact, they even have the same territory as Western Sandpiper. Like there's a couple other sandpipers that are also in the United States and Mexico, and sometimes they even flock up together. So it's kind of interesting. Yeah, sandpipers, Western Sandpiper, all good bird. So thanks for watching my presentation on the Western Sandpiper. And if you're on YouTube, and you should give me a like, and you should give me a subscribe. And if you're watching on Twitch, you should give me a follow. I have a feeling everybody watching right now is already following me, but it's good. It's good. Beach Birds with Surf in Alaska. Yeah, that'd be a good band. That'd be a real good band. Yeah, I think it's time for us to get back to Sonic the Hedgehog.